Okay, so made it to our destination. We are here in Colorado Springs. We are at Cheyenne Mountain State Park, and so we're spending about four nights here. We're going to be heading out doing some adventures. So one of those adventures today is we're heading out to the sand dunes. That's about 2.5 hours drive, so we're gonna take a drive down there, go see that. So we're here at the Great Sand Dunes National Park. So about 2.5 hour drive from Colorado Springs, where we're staying at. And we're gonna actually drive down to the dunes parking area, and then go out to the dunes. But this is out of the visitor center, and then that's the dunes there behind me. So from right, I don't know if you'll tell in the camera or not, but there are some little specks out there in the dunes, and those are people. So there's just still a pretty good ways away. I know just me looking at it, it's pretty small, when you look out that direction. So, but that is the Great Sand Dunes, but we'll go down and hopefully get a lot closer look at it. Well, we're about to hop in the truck and run down to the sand dunes parking area. But we're all newbies, so Linda, she didn't take her stamp book in, so she needed to go back in and get her stamp. But she left the book in the truck. So while she's in there, I figured I'd just shoot a little bit and tell y'all that, we're newbies. Maybe we'll get it right one of these days. So while I'm waiting on Linda to get her stamp in her book for the Great Sand Dunes National Park, just waiting on her. When we left this morning from Colorado Springs, it was really, really nice, and now the sun's out and it's warming up. So we're gonna get down here to the sand dunes parking. We'll see what's going on there, how busy it is, and then we might have to change shoes. I wore jeans. I really didn't come prepared with any hiking pants, so don't know how high the water is going to be on the creek that we got to cross, but we're going to see about doing that. And she's back. She got her stamp, so now we can move on. Oh. Yeah, right up there. Be shorter. We're hiking up to the sand dunes. So we just came across the little creek or stream or whatever that is back there. And so yeah, now we're working our way up here. It's like walking on the beach. Let's see. You can see there's the dunes behind me. Okay. Yeah, here we are. Dunes behind us. We're gonna hike a little further up, see how far we can go. Okay, so I'm gonna head on up to the dunes by myself. Linda is not wanting to hike all that way and turn around and come back, and we're not hiking up the dunes, so I just wanted to get a little bit closer to the dunes. And like I say, we're still fighting altitude change, so so trying not to overdo it and overexert ourselves. We'll see if I'm doing too much at this point, but just trying to take it slow. So these are the sand dunes. And on the way in, we passed a couple of cyclists. They were packed down pretty good, and so they got into the park, and they were parking their bikes as we were walking our way up here to the dunes. And I just had to stop and ask, because you know we like to bicycle and we do some small tours. I mean, we might be on the road for 5-6 days, or some of the longest trips we've done so far. But I was stopping and asking, where they came from and where they were headed to. And so this couple, they've been on the road now for a year, and they started up in Canada, and they're making their way down. Well, they've made their way down and down into Mexico, and then they are working their way back up and going home. And so they've been on the road for a year. And cool thing is, they're gonna get home, and then they're heading to maybe Chile. So don't know. I'm impressed, I know that. To be able to do that and be on the road for that long, that's awesome. I mean, what a great adventure. What stories they can tell, I'm sure. So yeah, well, I'm looking, I still got a little ways to go. It's a pretty good walk when you're trying to get from the parking area up to the beginning of the dunes, and I really didn't even get to the beginning of the dunes. There was still a little ways to go even to get there, to get to the trail to start going up the dunes, but I'm just not in any shape to be able to do that today. So that'll have to be some other time we're in this area. Maybe we can stop back by and try it again. Hey, good morning. So today we're gonna take off and head to Rocky Mountain National Park. That's our destination for today. We've got probably 3.5 hours of travel to get there. We're going to just take the pass all the way through. We're going to be going through the Estes Park side and drive all the way through and come out by Grand Lake. So it's going to be a long day. I think it's going to be a little chilly once we get out there. We may be hitting close to 12,000 feet once we get up to the Alpine Pass. So stay tuned. Okay, so today's adventure is taking us to Garden of the Gods. That's right here in Colorado Springs. That's just maybe 15 minutes down the road. Thanks for watching J&L Adventures. We hope you enjoyed the videos. Stay tuned for next week's video as we travel to Vega State Park. We're going to be going to the Grand Mesa, the Black Canyon of the Gunnison, and we're going to take our e-bikes to the Glenwood Canyon Recreation Trail and ride along the Colorado River.